Hi, my name is Tiffany and this is my story. My parents had me when they were really young. We grew up in a small town. Church and religion were not a priority to them. I was baptized and I did go to Sunday school for a short spell. I always had the belief in God, I just never knew what I was believing in. I went to church a handful of times with some friends, but that was maybe 3 or 4 times. My husband Dan and I have been married in May, it'll be 10 years. We kind of had a rough patch with our marriage because we have 2 kids and they were 2 and 4 at the time, and I think most marriages go through this where our marriage was so wrapped up in our kids that we forget time to make time for our marriage, and that happened to us. One of the things that we had talked about was religion, and I thought that it was important for our family but also for our marriage. Dan had mentioned that he was in a small men's group and they were reading The Stranger. And I had looked at the back of it and it had said that it was an easy read and it was simple and easy to understand. I was skeptical, but I went ahead and I read it. And after I got done reading it, I was like, wow, this was really easy to understand and to follow. Back one night though, when I was reading The Stranger, Dan had a moment. And I remember asking him questions. I was like, you had this moment, what, does everybody have a moment? What does this moment feel like, I was so curious about this, because what if I didn't have a moment? So one day I got into the shower, and when I get into the shower, I think. I don't know why, but I think. And this thought came over me, and it hit me. I had this belief that I believed in God. For the first time, I actually knew what I was believing in. And at that same time that I had this thought, I had this feeling in my heart. And this feeling was so powerful, so incredible, and it radiated throughout my whole body. I have never had a feeling so powerful, so amazing. And all I could do was sit there and cry and look up and tell God that I believe that He's 3 in 1. I believe that Jesus died on the cross for our sins. I believe that He was resurrected. And I found Dan and I hugged him and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yes, I'm fine." I said, "I believe." And he said, "You had your moment, didn't you?" And I said, "Yes, I did." And that's why I'm here today getting baptized, because I believe.